Hey gang, well welcome to Western Colorado, the Grand Valley, home of Fruita, Grand Junction, Palisade are probably the cities you know along I-70. And it's time to no longer just drive through them, but stop and have a visit and do some mountain biking. When we first got here, we hit Horsethief Trail, which was a little technical in places, actually really technical in places, but nothing you can't walk.
There's some high-risk areas here where the consequences would be pretty severe if you crashed.
However, most of it was really cruisy and a few moderately technical pieces. Sonya Looney, who's with us, probably describes it best.
Super, there was a good mixture of chunk and fast flowy riding, so everybody could kind of get in what they wanted. Some sessioning on the technical sections to build confidence, and some of us watched other people build their confidence, and some rippin' fast, flowing, brown ribbony desert single track with lots of people on the trail, good times. That's a good little Saturday.
Before we got going on Horsethief though, Chris Van Leuven, our gear guru, pointed out a few things he likes to take along on the trail.
So I'm no pro, but I want to make sure that I'm prepared for a day out on the trail. So I've got this hero kit with me, and this contains step-by-step instructions and tools and materials for the top 10 issues you could experience on the trail, which includes items like cleat and frame bolts. This is the 12-function multi-tool with a chain breaker, derailleur piece. This is a chain piece, tire levers. Got not only a bike pump, but also CO2 dispenser, a couple CO2 cartridges, various food, and I carried all of this pack here, along with water. Basically, I just don't want to get stuck without being able to fix my stuff on the trail, and otherwise you're walking back, and that's no fun.
So aside from the riding itself, there are some basic needs that need to be taken care of, and an entrepreneurial couple, Michelle and Tom, have figured that out. They are owners of the Aspen Street Coffee company, which is downtown Fruita, as well as Crashpad Vacation Rental. I asked Michelle to tell us a little bit more about herself and how that all came about.
Oh, I grew up in this area, and it is a pretty special place. Growing up here and this being my backyard, and started riding and wouldn't turn around or turn back for anything. We've owned Aspen Street Coffee for in total now 3 years. It's an excellent place to come start your morning if you're coming to Fruita, or end your day if you need a little bump. All of our coffee is handcrafted, roasted right here in Grand Junction, Colorado, and we like to source our ingredients locally. We make all of our baked goods from scratch every day. If you come in here, you're probably gonna enjoy what you get.
Good fuel for the ride.
Most of these trails were not just already here. In fact, there aren't even that many game trails to just follow that are already built. And there's a great group of folks who realized that and realized there are some great places to ride, but there were no trails there. And they get out there and build trails. I spoke to Chris, who's a crew leader on the trail crew, and he told us a little bit more about what they do and how they go about doing that.
We're building trail on some property that was obtained through a purchase through donations here locally from a developer, and we have put this conservation easement on this property in perpetuity. We will now have recreation single-track non-motorized trails instead of 132 homes. For the past 24 years, we've been working with the Bureau of Land Management and the Forest Service to lay out and approve trails and then ultimately construct them. It's resulted in about 300-400 miles of single-track trails and a trail system that comprises 1,500 miles if you look at everything. I got into mountain biking right after I got out of college in about '82. A bunch of my friends were some of the guys that initially initiated Kokopelli, and I thought, gosh, it looks like fun, and so I went in and started laying out trails with them, and the next thing you know, we're 20-some years later, we're still building trails. So we have, Monday night maintenance nights. We have a lot of local groups that ride and introduce other people to the local trails, to realize that, from here out, there's going to be trails that people love and enjoy. It's a great feeling. And to hear them giggling on it when you're riding with them, it's even better.
Man nor woman lives on breakfast alone. And in fact, after a nice hard ride on Horsethief and lunch loops where we were in the afternoon, we popped into the Hot Tomato. It's video silly, which is a pizza joint downtown Fruita, and the line was practically out the door when we got there. This place was hopping. Ordered up some pizza, checked out them throwing the pizza dough in the back, totally classic pizza joint, pizza sauce going on. Awesome. Super tasty. And we got a nice visit from Jen, one of the owners, came over and decided to say hello, told us about their leadership philosophy, about how they had worked at a bike shop here in Fruita beforehand and then felt the need for a pizza joint and started it up and got it all going. So really good pizza, obviously. So pop in there when you're in Fruita, out here mountain biking, the Hot Tomato, downtown Fruita.
It's really important after a bike ride to fuel hungry riders with really good nutrients, including pizza and beer. It's great recovery.
2 days of walking yesterday? Yeah.
Bacon and gorgonzola for all. Awesome. Wow. So we're going to have a lot of pizza.
Today, we met up with the Singletrack and Skinny Tire Sisters. It's a women's biking group out here in the Grand Valley with about 400 members on their Facebook page. So really serving the women out here, and spoke to their president, and she told us a little about how they got going and what all they have to offer out here in the Grand Valley.
Singletrack and Skinny Tire Sisters of Western Colorado is a cycling group for women who love to mountain bike and road bike in Western Colorado. Our mission is to encourage women of all abilities, from expert to novice, to participate in cycling, and to create a community of women cyclists.
This is the temperature where it's hard to know exactly what your glove selection needs to be. Well, today we don't have any big downhills, so I think I'm going to go with the slightly cooler gloves. But if it was a climbing ride, I would have the light gloves and another pair of gloves with me. Don't like cold hands.
It's going really good. We're in about our third year. I think I often forget because time flies, but we're mainly organized through our Facebook group. Our Facebook group page, Singletrack and Skinny Tire Sisters, or our website, www.singletracksisters.com. Currently we have about 410 members in the Facebook group. Coming to weekly mountain bike and road bike rides, we have anywhere from 10 to 15 women that show up. I realized that there were more and more women in the Grand Valley and Western Colorado that were out there riding, often by themselves, and I wanted to find a way to connect that community of riders, so we created this women's group. We are offering this year new separate beginners ride out here where we're riding today, 18 Road, and a monthly beginners skill clinic. One of the things when we first started the group, we wanted to provide an entry point for the beginner rider, and over the past couple of years we realized we weren't really doing that, so we changed that this year.
Now we're finishing up a great weekend of riding out here. A lot of folks enjoying these trails. It's beautiful. Really, it starts in April, as soon as the trails clear up. So come on out, Western Colorado, the Grand Valley. It's the place to mountain bike. I'm going to go get some more turns myself.
Well, Horsethief Bench was the first trail that Cup MOBA and me personally were able to get involved with, lay it out according to the sustainable standards of the Bureau of Land Management, and build. And it actually was an area where the horse thieves held the horses until they could sell them without papers. And so there's history, and now with all the riding over the past 15 years, there's a lot of memories down there for people.